suddenly like, oh, okay, it's not just us kind of noticing that he's a little bit behind, like there could actually be a significant issue.
So failure to thrive kind of suggests
you're failing.
You failed to let your child thrive.
I then had his 2-week check and I was immediately told that he was failing to thrive. Now that terminology to a new mum with a new baby, and I knew that he wasn't feeding right, that was just awful. I still just think that terminology is just horrible. Your baby is failing to thrive. I was feeding him myself. What could I do about it?
I suppose biggest concern would be heart problems. So Grace's heart problem, although we've been reassured that it's not an issue at the moment, but it's there, it's something we think about, and what might happen with Millie.
It was constantly over his head that, but if I don't grow, then I'll have to give up climbing, and at that time he was in the Scottish climbing squad.
She's mentioned fun fairs, and as a child, you know, you kind of want to go on a fun fair and go on all the different rides, but the problem at the moment is Phoebe is too small for anything, and that's really hard to tell a child. I think even for my first time I was really nervous. Because, there's that thing, you don't really want to hurt your child.
The main thing I was looking for was kind of a hidden needle, so that Zach wouldn't see the needle kind of coming at him.
We wanted something that was going to be the easiest to use, because there might have been other family members helping out, especially when the girls were smaller, you know. Its own space, and like I say, we've got quite a big fridge.
After that we give him his bath and give him his injection, and then he has his milk, and then he goes to bed.
They go up to bed. Usually one will go and clean their teeth while one's having their injection, and then they'll swap over, although there's often arguments about who's doing what when.
Daily treatment, Jamie does his injection just before he goes to bed every night. It usually involves me getting the pen out of the fridge, taking it up to his room and saying, "It's time to go to bed."
After having dinner, normally try and get them into a bath, and then after the bath, or sometimes before the bath, Phoebe will have her injection.
I suppose keeping it in the fridge, if we didn't have to keep it in the fridge, that'd be great as well, because then wouldn't have to always remember to put it in the fridge, and you could travel around, you could just keep it on you all the time.
If a device had failed, or you had done something wrong with the refrigeration of it, and then you couldn't do it till you got a new batch, and you maybe had to wait a few days for prescriptions or whatever, you've caused the problem.
I don't know, just reduce the number of injections, like you said, 3.5 years. I mean, is that 1,000 and when you're knocking on 1,500 injections that he's done?
He's been stressed, and then that makes me more stressed. So there's definitely times where I've thought, oh god, I wish I didn't have to do this.
When you're at a sleepover and there's like 6 others and you're all having fun, and then you've got to go, oh hang on, I've just got to do my injection. She didn't want it to sort of impede on her fun. And
the biggest impact is having to do an injection every day, and to not want to admit that you need growth hormone.
it's the bullying, isn't it? And them being, you know, picked out, picked on, singled out. Just them, you know, having that confidence that they've got being knocked down really.
I'm really worried about how it'll impact her self-esteem as she grows.
I suppose ultimately in longer term we don't know if Jamie will need growth hormone as an adult. He's not aware of that possibility at the moment. I don't think. Kept that one quiet.